Hello everybody, this is Stuart Ross coming to you with yet another video, and really looking forward to sharing this one with you because I think you're going to like what we're going to be talking about. And the reason being is we're going to be talking about making money on demand. Now, let me ask you a question. How different do you think you'd feel about making money if you knew with absolute certainty that you could make money from writing an email and hitting send? Okay, now I have to tell you, if somebody told me this would be possible back in 2006, 2007, when I was busy cold calling, chasing people, commuting, traditional sales, turning up at meetings all the time, working long hours, I probably would have laughed at them, thought they were a little bit crazy. Because of course, we're programmed and we're brought up to believe that making money should be really, really hard. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't like some of those get-rich-quick schemes that you see online. What I'm talking about is a real formula, it's a real system. And what I will do, and I promise you, is I will jump onto the flip chart in a moment and I'll share with you exactly how this formula works, exactly how this process works in order to be able to make money from sending an email. But before I do that, I do just want to share a quick story with you. So I'm going to go back to November of 2008, and I'm actually in the Maldives, sunning myself. If you haven't heard of the Maldives, most people have, but if you haven't, then I know I certainly hadn't, having said that a few years ago, then look it up on Google. Just search Maldives and check it out. You will want to go there, I promise you. And anyway, so I'm on this Maldive island, and it's a tiny little island. It took me about 7 minutes to walk around the whole thing. And I'm there scuba diving and, scuba diving in very shallow waters. Wasn't going too deep, I was a bit scared. And I was snorkeling and I was going out on kayaks and everything else, just really enjoying really the first holiday that I paid for since working for myself online as an affiliate marketer. And I kind of went on that trip thinking I'm not going to work. I've been working really, really hard, building my online empire. About 11 months I'd been working in the business. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to work, I'm just going to chill out. But I just had this, itch, I suppose. It was about 6 days into the holiday and I thought, I'm just going to jump onto my laptop and check my emails and see what's going on. So anyway, cutting a long story short, I'm on the beach trying to see my screen, got my cap on and trying to avoid the glare. And I'm reading my emails and I get an email from a guy called Mark. And Mark is a guy that I'd met at a training seminar who was actually launching a new product about growing your business through Facebook. And he was selling, or going to sell at this time, this course for $297, about £200. And he said to me, I want you to be an affiliate for it. This was in his email. Stuart, I'd love you to be an affiliate for my product. It's $297 and I'm paying 50% commission. So in other words, I'd get $150, about £100 if you're in the UK, for each sale I made. Now, what I'd actually been doing for about 8 months at that time, because I didn't start doing this at the start, was I'd started a process called list building. And you may have heard of the phrase, if you've been online for any amount of time trying to make money, you'll have definitely heard of this. But you may have heard of the phrase, the money is in the list. Now, although I don't believe that is strictly true, it is pretty accurate. And it was certainly proven to be accurate for me whilst I was in the Maldives. You see, what happened was I got my affiliate link from Mark. And I decided that whilst I was away, I might as well just send a little email out. And I'd had a list at that time. I'd built a list of around 8,000 subscribers. And funny enough, I hadn't done that much with those subscribers because when I first started list building, when I first built a few thousand subscribers, I didn't actually get that much response from it. I'd sent through some, marketing offers and some promotions, and I hadn't had that much of a result. But about 2 months before I went to the Maldives, I started doing something a little bit differently, which I'm going to share with you in a minute, which changed everything, which is why I say the money is in the list isn't strictly true. Anyway, back to the story. So I'm signed up to this affiliate program, and I'm trying to be a bit sneaky because I promised my girlfriend that I wasn't going to work, but I couldn't help myself. And I signed up and I sent out this email. I spent about 45 minutes writing this bloody email because I wanted to get it right, and I kept changing and tweaking it and changing it. And I eventually got an email that I was happy with. And just as my battery was starting to run out, I ran to the beach bungalow. We were staying in one of those bungalows on the stilts. And I plugged in my laptop and I'm like, phew, the laptop hadn't cut out. And I sent this email. I sent this email to my list of subscribers. Now, what I did is I ended up shutting that laptop, running back down to the beach, continuing to sun myself and enjoy myself. And I just said to myself, look, there's no point in, checking out what's going on. I didn't bother checking any stats because, I just wanted to enjoy myself. I'd been working a lot of hours leading up to that holiday or vacation. And so I just decided to leave it. Now, after 8 days of being at the Maldives, it was unfortunately time to leave. Left by seaplane, flew to Mali Airport, got off the seaplane, then got on our next connection flight, which flew to Dubai. And when I got off at Dubai, I had about a 3-hour stopover between flights, and I decided to check my email. Now, what I did is I logged into my emails, and I had an email actually from Mark saying, hey mate, well done, you've done awesome with the promotion, can't wait to send you a big fat check. But he didn't tell me how much it was. So what I did is I logged into what you call a ledger, a commission ledger, and to my amazement, I was absolutely blown away, because I generated just under $15,000. I think at the time that was about £9,000 in commissions from sending one email. Literally one email, and that was the result, which virtually paid for that holiday in its entirety. Now, I just had to double take. I'm like thinking, this is crazy. I've been doing list building for a little while, I'd been sending out email promotions, and frankly, I'd been struggling up until that point. But like I said, I changed something that I was doing a couple of months before, which is really crucial, which is why we're going to talk about in the moment, which really made the difference to me, to enable me to get that kind of result. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto the flip chart, and I'm actually going to share with you this formula, this process, this list building method that enabled me to get such a significant result, and since then has enabled me to do millions and millions and millions of dollars in online sales through this very concept. So if this sounds interesting, if you're ready to learn how to make money on demand through email marketing, then come with me and let's jump onto the flip chart and take it from there. Okay, so here is how the list building for profit works. I'm sure if, like me, you like the idea of making money on demand, then this is going to be very interesting for you. So the first thing I do want to talk about is the process that most people follow online when it comes to making money, or often trying to make money. And it's a lot less effective than the list building model, and I'll explain why. So first of all, most people understand that they're going to need to place ads in order to get visitors to their website, in order to get visitors to their offer. And, like I've said in previous videos, you can put websites together, you can get traffic to that website, and then you can put links in it, you can put banners in it, ads in it, and then obviously drive those visitors to whatever offer it is, whether it's an affiliate offer or somebody else's offer. And that's fine. That's what a lot of people do. They have ads placed online, not only on their own websites, you can have ads on the likes of Facebook. If you go onto Facebook, you'll see the ads running down the side. If you go onto Google and you do any search, you'll see ads that run across the top, ads that run down the side. When you land on websites, you'll see there's banners, and people are clicking those banners. And of course, you can be responsible for those ads. You can put those ads online. It's something that we teach you to do very, very easily, very, very quickly in order to start driving traffic. But once you actually get those people, clicking those ads, what is the most common procedure for people is they then send them straight to or direct to an offer. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about an ebook, whether we're talking about like a download, whether we're talking about a physical product, maybe as an affiliate on Amazon, for example, whether we're sending them to our own products and services. It's the same process. This is what most people do. They place ads and they have people go and visit their offer. Now, the result of that is really two things. There's really only two results that can happen. The first result is the ideal result. Number one is that they buy, and as a result of that, you obviously make money. Or the second option, which is 99% of the time, the individual visits that site or that offer or that product, they decide not to buy there and then, they disappear, and this is option two, you make $0 or £0, okay? And like I said, that's probably for most people like 99% of the time. List building changes this whole process, and it makes it a very, very different, business model altogether. So that's what I'm going to share with you right now. Hopefully that makes sense. Placing ads to an offer, either somebody buys or somebody doesn't, and either you get paid, in other words, or you don't. Now, the list building process is different, like I said, and this is how it looks. So starts the same with ads, because that's the only way that you're really going to get leads and traffic to your products, your services, your offers, your affiliate promotions, etc. But the difference is this time, rather than sending them to the offer, What you're actually sending them to is a lead page. These are often called squeeze pages, lead capture pages. And that's these one-page websites that you've seen a million times where there's a box on there and it asks for an email address, okay? And the reason that people enter their email address is usually because you're offering something of value. And this is what we call in the industry a lead magnet. I'll just write that up here. Now, lead magnets come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. They could be videos like you're watching right now. The chances are that you entered your email address on one of our lead pages to receive these videos. It could be a report that can be downloaded. It could be an email series, just a follow-up of emails providing tips and value. It could be a free software download. There's lots of different things that can be offered. But the thing for you to understand is that the whole idea of a lead magnet is to get an email address so that you can build a subscriber base. Now, the mistake that I made, and I talked about this earlier, is that I did what most people do when it comes to list building. I understood that I needed to get a lead page and I understood that I need to get people to enter their email addresses. But what I actually did, and I'm going to draw an arrow this way, is then I just basically promoted stuff. Okay? And what most people see that as is spam. We've all heard of it. So it's like I've entered my email address on this web page and I'm now just being spammed with offers, being told to buy this and buy that. And you know, I didn't really know any different. I understood that I should be list building according to the gurus, and that's what I started doing. And then I started promoting affiliate offers, and honestly, I got very few results. In fact, when I first started doing this, I found it harder to make sales with list building than what I did just doing what I said before, having an ad that went straight to an offer. So this kind of didn't work out for me, but just a few months, about 2 months actually, before I went to the Maldives, I actually came to learn the real process, the process that actually works. Now, I said about list building and the phrase, the money is in the list, and I said that I don't think that's strictly true. And that's why, because you know, I was building a list of subscribers and I wasn't really making any money of it. But a couple of months before I went away to the Maldives, I started doing something differently. And what I started doing is this: providing more value, okay? So what I mean by that is rather than just sending promotions, I continue to provide value. Now, again, so many people get hung up on this and they think, well, I don't know what value I would provide to a list of subscribers, particularly affiliates will often say that. Well, the great thing is if you select the right products to sell, the people that actually own the products, the people that are actually creating the products, will most likely have videos, reports, tutorials, information. And what you can do is you can continue to educate your subscribers about the products, the services, and the information in a way that actually helps them. You know, if they're trying to overcome a challenge or a problem, for example, you can be that person that continues to feed value through their email, where you're actually educating and informing them you know, around the actual topic itself. And again, a lot of people say, well, I'm not an expert in any particular area, which is why affiliate marketing is so powerful, because you don't have to be. Again, you're just that middleman. All you need to do is understand the process, and then what you can do is you can take value from the product owners, you know, websites, from their information. You can have articles or reports written. You can find videos on the likes of YouTube, and you can just continue to provide value to that individual rather than just, you know, sending out offer after offer after offer. And this is what I started doing just a couple of months before I went to the Maldives. In fact, I didn't do any promotions for about 2 months. I just kept on providing value. Now, the result of that is as you start to provide value, this is what happens. Your subscribers start to know, like, and trust you. So rather than being like everybody else online who's just spamming and trying to make the sale, it's a bit like the cold calling of the internet, just spam, 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 sending email after email after email. You're actually building a relationship with them. And again, that's why I said to you that strictly speaking, the money isn't in the list. The money, and this is important, is in the relationship with the list. This is where the money is. The better relationship you can form with your list of subscribers, the more results that you're going to get, the more money you're going to make. And this is how it works. It's exactly the same process. You've got ads out there online, or you've got blog posts, you've got articles out there. You're linking through to your lead page. You're offering a lead magnet, a free report, a free video series, whatever. They're entering their email address. They're going onto your list. You're not promoting and spamming and trying to make the sale. You're providing value to them around the area that they're interested in. You then get them to know, like and trust you. You build a relationship with them. So then, like I did when I was in the Maldives, when you start making promotions, they actually want to hear from you. They actually open your emails. And the reason being is you've built that rapport with them. Okay, think of it in the offline world. There's nothing worse than walking into a store and somebody jumping on you trying to make the sale. It's just irritating. It's exactly the same online. If you just go into somebody's website and the minute you go there, they're trying to sell you something. And then the minute you open up their emails, they're just trying to sell. You're going to put it in your spam. You're going to pay no attention. Now, with this method, this is the key thing that you have to understand, is that by doing this, you've created a situation where you can generate leads, or you can generate traffic, I should say, to any particular promotion on demand. You can send that email, you can promote it to your list of subscribers, and you can say, hey, here's an awesome product or an awesome offer or an awesome product that you should be checking out. This is what it's all about. Click the link and find out more. And the result of that is you then send them to your offers. They are well informed about the offers that you're promoting because of this step, and as a result of that, more of them buy and you make a lot more money, and you do it in a way that's a lot less tacky, a lot less cheesy, or a lot less pressured than the hardcore sell. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, this just makes total sense, because I went through an experience in business where I was doing the chasing, the cold calling. I realized that wasn't what people wanted. And I know from my own experience, when I first started looking online, for example, how to make money myself, I didn't want to just be hyped up and sold. I wanted to be educated. I want to be trained. And what we're actually doing with you is this very process. We're continuing and will continue to provide value, because what we want to do is we want to help you to make an informed decision on whether we can actually help you or not, and how much nicer, how much of a more pleasant process is that than just being another person on the internet trying to spam links all over the place, spam offers all over the place, sending emails into people's inbox that are probably going to land in spam at the end of the day. And by knowing that you're actually helping people, providing value, and then as a result of that being able to run a profitable business, I think there is no greater business model in the world. So if this sounds interesting, here's a couple of things that you need to know. The first thing is obviously there's a learning process behind this. How do you set up these pages? What sort of lead magnets do you promote? How do you create or find lead magnets as an affiliate? How do you provide value? How do you continue to provide value? How do you set up an autoresponder? In other words, how do you set up the database of email addresses so you can start collecting those email addresses? How do you follow up with them? What is it you have to do? How is it you pick promotions that are actually good quality promotions? What sort of products should you be selling? In other words, what offers should you be making? And as a result of that, what is it that people are going to be buying that's actually going to put money in your pocket? All of this is actually covered in our introductory module. And if you want to get access to that, it's $29.95. Not only that, it's completely refundable, completely risk-free to you. You're going to get access to a bunch of tutorials, much like this, that are going to go into this information in a lot more detail, more ebooks and reports that you can download. And on top of that, we're going to allocate you a business coach who works for the Academy here at the SFM and Digital Experts Academy, who you'll be able to get on the phone with, ask any questions, work your way through the module and make sure that you really get all this. And of course, can make an informed decision to whether you actually want to use the business system to get yourself profitable online. So anyway, again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've certainly enjoyed doing it for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.